Welcome to Master Your Crafts courses by thebossysauce.com. This course is the Master Your Resume recent college grads. And so this is for anybody who has either graduated from bachelor's degree, master's degree, PhD, associate's degree, pretty much anybody with under a couple years of work experience that's graduated from an educational institute and wants to get out in the workforce with a really killer resume. So let's go ahead and talk a bit about what you can expect in this course. It's an online platform. It is self-driven and self-paced. So I would call this a micro course in the sense that it's not going to take a whole lot of time commitment on your part. Now, the work aspect on your resume is where the time commitment is really going to take place. But as far as the actual course goes, it would be, you can watch this and participate in about the length of a movie or under. Also, I recommend joining the Slack community at thebossysauce.com. If you go there, you'll see where you can join the free Slack community. You'll have access to me to ask me any questions via that Slack community. And so if you hit any road bumps or just, have a random question, feel free to do that. Please note, I am only one person. I'm really good at being responsive to any questions that come my way, but I do randomly take a vacation. I do like to have weekends and evenings as well, but I really try hard to be very attentive to anybody who is in my community and in my world, especially those that have taken one of my courses. Why am I done this? Because there is a changing market and things have kind of been ebbing and flowing in the market. And I know it's been a really challenging thing to navigate for new grads in the last, I would say go as far as like 6 or 7 years. Depending on when you come out, whether you hit COVID or whether you hit the recession or if you hit the tech layoffs right when you came out, it's just been a whirlwind. So I don't know what's coming next because I'm recording this in 2022, but I hope that things get better. And I really wanted to do this course for anybody who wants to help themselves. So if you're willing to put in the work, then this is really the course for you. This is really just, for anybody who is self-driven, self-paced, but, might need a couple questions along the way, then you can go ahead and join that Slack community. So let me tell you a little bit about who I am. I am an HR leader, a recruiter. These are all the things I've done in the past before transitioning into working for myself. I've worked at places like Google, Microsoft, Activision, Frog Design, Essence Global. I've worked at a couple of startups, game studios. I'm SPHR certified. For those that don't know what that means, it's Senior Professional in Human Resources. Highly regarded certification in human resources. What I do now, I'm a career coach. I provide resume support as part of my coaching services. I'm a business owner. I'm an influencer, not a word I like saying very often, but I guess it's true. I'm a blogger. I also do guest blogs. I'm a podcaster. I also do guest podcasts. Where I'm a guest on others, rather. I'm a marketer. I'm a mastermind host. I'm an online educator, as you can see. And then I still am SPHR certified, and I try to maintain that certification. And so let's talk about what you're going to get out of this first module and why I'd like to go over this. So there is a science of resume reviewing. And let me tell you, there really is a true science to resume reviewing. And why does this all matter? Why are you even doing this? Why can't you just go rogue and do it on your own? Well, because the science of resume reviewing can show us things like this. It shows us where recruiters are viewing resumes, where their eyes gravitate to. And you can see here, don't focus too much on your screens because we're going to go over a lot of these things throughout the course. But as you can see, education, the top of your resume, a little bit in over a couple of jobs, but really there are some highlighted areas that in which you really want to focus on, and the rest is really just, I hate to say it, but filler and fluff. Now, managers on your teams that you want to get in front of, they might feel differently and they might spend a little more time with your resume, but to get past those initial gatekeepers, the recruiters, that's where you really want to have the most compelling resume and really focus on that science. Also, another piece of scientific information for you with recruiters, the average recruiter spends 6 seconds reading your resume. Now, they read thousands of resumes in a year, and that's only one small part of their job. Then this you won't get many recruiters to admit because it's so hard for people to understand if they're not in the industry themselves, but I spend probably an average of 3 seconds per resume before deciding if I want to continue actually reading the resume. Sounds like a weird statement, but when you're going through so many, you get really used to that heat map that you just saw, knowing exactly where to look to find what you need to know if you need to spend any more time on the resume. So I would say more junior recruiters are probably on that 10 or 12 seconds end, and those really senior and seasoned recruiters are probably on the 3 or 4 seconds end. And so that's probably why the average is 6. Okay. An average of 2% of candidates make it through the resume review stage to receive a phone screen or first interview. And you can't change that 2%. We're not going to change that 2% in this course, but what we can do is increase your odds of being included in that 2% by crafting a killer resume. And before we dive in, I just kind of wanted to go over what is the difference between a resume and a CV. Now, if you're from Europe, you probably know this, but if you're from the US or Canada, maybe you don't. So a resume would be synonymous with the word CV or curriculum vitae. In the US and Canada, they are different documents. A CV is really for research purposes, and a resume is really what we're going to be focusing on in this course. So stay with me. We're going to move on to the next module, and I look forward to seeing you there.